We're diving deep into Trader Vic methods of a Wall Street master, Victor Sperandeo, right? This one seems right up your alley.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's not just about stock tips. It's like, how do you think like this guy?
Exactly, it's that Sperandeo edge. And you don't get a mind like that overnight, right? I mean, the guy started with horse racing.
And that's what's so interesting. Even before Wall Street, you can see how those experiences shaped his whole approach.
Well, it's not your typical Wall Street background, that's for sure. And then there's that Gamboni story. Talk about a crash course in market
A
forces.
Gamboni thing, it's huge. So picture this. He loses a ton of money in this card game.
Mm,
Rigged, right? Because of this thing, this Gamboni hand.
okay.
The rule, it was posted right there, but he missed it.
Ouch. Expensive lesson.
Exactly. And that's what he learned. These market trends, they're often driven by forces you don't see right away.
So you're saying he took a loss on a rigged card game, and that's how he learned to read the stock market?
It's about the unseen, just like that Gamboni hand. You got to look beyond what's obvious, see those subtle cues everyone else is missing.
Which is a useful skill in any field, right? Not just the stock market.
Oh, absolutely. But Sperandeo, he goes deeper. He doesn't just want you to see the pattern, he wants you to understand why. That's where preservation of capital comes in.
Which at first sounds like, don't be dumb with your money.
Right. But it's more than that. He compares it to being a hunter. You don't shoot every deer you see. You wait. You conserve energy for the best shot.
So patience, discipline, picking your battles, is that what he's saying?
Exactly. Don't waste your resources on every opportunity. Wait for those high probability trades,
Yeah.
the ones most likely to pay off.
I can see how that connects to his whole thing about consistent profitability, right? Not swinging for the fences every time.
Exactly. Sperandeo's view, he's all about a system. Consistent wins, not these risky gambles.
Which seems smart, especially in today's market. It feels like every other headline is about to tank the economy. So how does Sperandeo say, we deal with that? Any specific strategies?
He does, and this is where it gets really cool. One of his big things is this 1, 2, 3 criterion. Basically, it helps you spot when a market trend is about to reverse.
Okay, but I'm guessing this isn't just looking at a chart and being like, oh, the price went up, now it's down.
No, it's more than that. The 1, 2, 3, it uses 3 specific price points. Say a stock's been going up, right? You're looking for it to hit a new high, that's your point 1. Then it pulls back a little but stays above a recent low, that's point 2.
I'm following.
And then if it tries to go higher but can't break that previous high, point 3, that's your signal. Potential reversal.
So it's confirmation, not just a fluke.
Exactly. And he takes it even further. He loves using volume analysis along with this.
Volume, meaning how much of the stock is being traded.
Right.
So how does that fit in?
He sees volume as like a measure of conviction. High volume on a price increase. That's strength, a real trend. But low volume could just be a blip.
Got it. It's like you want to see a wave, not just a ripple in the water.
Exactly. Helps you separate the real opportunities from the noise. And that's before we even get into the psychology of it all, which might be Sperandeo's real genius.
And that's what's so cool about this stuff. It's not just numbers, it's about mastering your own head.
Exactly. And get this, one of the most interesting things he talks about is this idea of battling your evil twin in trading.
Evil twin! All right, I'm hooked. What does that even mean? So it's more than just like, don't chase every hot stock tip you hear. This evil twin sounds kind of intense.
Oh, it is. It's that part of us, that wants to believe, especially with our money. Like, this trade will fix everything.
I'm due for a big win. I've definitely thought that.
Exactly. But Sperandeo's point is, you got to overcome that. You have to be brutally honest with yourself about your weaknesses, greed, fear, all that.
Because those emotions, they mess with your head, especially when you're thinking about money.
Big time. That's why he's all about having rules, a plan, and sticking to it, even when your evil twin is saying, go for it.
So you're taking your emotions out of it as much as possible.
As much as you can, yeah. Sperandeo, he believes a good trader is analytical, objective. Let the data decide, not your gut.
Which brings us to another thing we touched on, cutting losses short. That feels like a big battle with the evil twin, right?
Huge. It's human nature to hate admitting defeat. You want to hold on, hoping it'll turn around.
Hoping things magically work out. We've all been there.
We have. But Sperandeo's point is, that can destroy you. You hold on too long, you lose more than money, you lose opportunities.
Right. Better to cut your losses and move on. Find a better spot for your money.
Exactly. And he gives you tools, like specific ways to set stop-loss orders. Your trade hits a certain point, boom, it's sold. No emotion involved.
That's got to be useful for anyone who tends to second-guess themselves.
It's about the plan, sticking to it. And that's Sperandeo all over. This isn't get rich quick, it's a system for the long haul.
Minimizing risk, maximizing the good opportunity.
Exactly. And knowing yourself is a huge part of that. What are your tendencies? What do you get in your own way?
Being aware of your own evil twin and having the discipline to make the smart choice, even when it's tough.
100%. And honestly, that applies to more than just trading, don't you think?
Totally. Knowing yourself, being disciplined, making strategic decisions, those are useful skills anywhere.
Exactly. This isn't just about Wall Street. It's about taking risks, but smart risks. Whether it's your job, a project, whatever.
That's what's so cool about Sperandeo. It's like a trading manual, but also a life manual in a way.
Totally. And he goes even further with this. He connects it to like a whole philosophy of freedom
Hmm.
and what it means to be fulfilled.
Oh, really? I'm intrigued. So how does financial mastery play into all that, according to Sperandeo? So like money equals freedom. Is that what he's saying?
Kinda. But it's more about financial independence, not being limited by money.
Makes sense. No money worries, then you can actually focus on what matters.
Exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting. It's not just trading. Think about your career, right? What risks could you take if you knew you could afford to fail?
Or even just like everyday life, not stressing about every purchase.
Exactly. That's the freedom he's talking about. And it comes from mastering your finances, which for him means mastering your emotions, mastering how you make decisions.
Aligning your actions with your goals, which honestly, that's good advice for anything, not just Wall Street. So for people like me who aren't trading stocks every day, what's the big takeaway here? How do we use this stuff?
Honestly, Sperandeo's genius is that it is universal. Take the 1, 2, 3, right? Recognizing when something's momentum is changing, that applies to careers too. When's the right time to switch gears, find a new challenge?
Ooh, I like that. Or even relationships, right? Those moments where you're like, okay, something's got to change here.
Exactly. It's about being tuned in to those subtle signs, those Gamboni hands we were talking about, and then having the guts to actually do something about it.
And knowing when to walk away, cut your losses. That's tough, but important in any situation.
So important. It's like recognizing when something's run its course and being brave enough to go find something better. That's what he means by mastering that evil twin, that voice that tells you to stay when everything's saying go.
Be honest with yourself
Yeah,
about what you want, your limits, all of it.
exactly. And that's powerful stuff. Doesn't matter if you're a trader or, well, anything else really.
This has been eye-opening. Trader Vic, who knew a guy like that had so much to teach us about, well, life?
It's amazing. The guy really understands markets, but more importantly, he understands people.
That's for sure. And for everyone listening, here's something to think about this week. Where could you use a little bit of that Trader Vic mindset in your own life? What are you overlooking? What are those hidden opportunities? Keep those questions in mind. And who knows, maybe you'll uncover your own Sperando edge.